Hi everyone, and welcome back. If it's your first time here, my name is Kostis, and today I have with me Sean Doonan. Hey,
Hello, everyone. Hello, Kostis. Thank you so
hi.
much for inviting me back on. I missed you last year, but we're back, baby.
Yes,
Better than ever.
you were traveling the world,
I was
so
I was traveling the world. I'll forgive you this time. Thank you very much
me,
for having
I
me back
forgive
on.
you. I would have invited you. I'm just following you, so I knew that you were around the world and you wouldn't
It's
do it.
allowed. Back to normal life now, sadly, but a whole new season to unpack.
Yes, it is. What do you think of this season?
I am not on the bandwagon that it's a poor season by any stretch. I'll give my final verdict when I see the staging on what I think of the songs in general. But songs alone, I think there's more songs this year that I'm streaming off my own back than I have done in the previous couple of years. So for
Really?
me, yeah, yeah.
But you say that because last year you were traveling, so you were not focused. Because last year for me the songs were amazing.
Honestly, from last year, Saba Sand is the only song I still stream regularly. So I beg to differ, honestly. I don't think they have much
Okay,
sticking power, but I don't know. I don't know. Again, it's a taste thing. My taste is not refined. Like
it
I
doesn't.
like
No,
pop.
no. So tell us for the world that doesn't know you, what kind of music do you like? So they know what to expect from the rest of the video. You know?
Sure, pretty much exclusively female vocalists. Female
Okay.
vocal is all I really care for in music. Like at my core, it's what like touches me. Female vocalists
So you
touch
don't
me.
listen to like male singers?
I don't gravitate towards male singers. Troye Sivan is probably the only male singer like in pop that I dig the music for. With that said, there's a couple of male artists this year that I'm drawn to, which makes me think, God, they're doing something good. If I like, I'm liking them. So
Okay. So
it's
you don't
not.
listen to Harry Styles?
No, no,
Oh,
really,
okay.
not really. No, like I've been to see him live. Like I dig him
Ah,
and his
okay.
performances, but the music, not really. Honestly, not really.
Really?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. But again, with that said, when there's like, for example, there's a couple of male bands this year that because it's very not what I usually listen to, I appreciate it more. Like it's not my usual taste, but I like what they're bringing.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm not a total write off.
I have the same thing, and I have it in general with Eurovision. It doesn't need to be my taste to appreciate it, you know?
Totally. Totally.
Yeah.
I never listen to ballads for fun, like
Yeah,
really,
exactly.
but I really, really do appreciate a Eurovision ballad a lot.
Yeah.
A lot, a lot.
Okay. So in this video, to let the world know, we're gonna talk about
Hmm.
the semifinals and who we think will qualify or not. Both semifinals. But before we go there, let's go a bit of at the Big Five to say
Yeah,
a few words. I want to hear your opinion on the Big Five.
sure thing. Okay. I'll start with the UK,
Yes.
right? And I did my like top 20 video a couple of weeks ago. And I'd said like in the last few days, the UK have creeped into I think they had them up my 15th position.
Okay.
In the last week, again, they're climbing. They're my biggest climber.
That's what I was gonna
What's
say. First
happening?
of all, it's your country. You should be ashamed. Second,
I'm
no,
not
I'm kidding.
patriotic like that about the UK
I'm
though, right?
kidding. I'm kidding.
You
Se-
know, but
Second,
something is going on with.
why only 15th? Like, it's a good song this year.
I think it's now probably in my top 10 and creeping more like something's clicking. The more I see them do it live, the more I see the outfits that they're serving at pre-parties.
Oh, I
I found out
haven't.
today, oh my God, Costis, you need to go on their Instagram. Like it's crazy. They look so good. They look so good.
Okay.
And I know that shouldn't make me like a song more, but it just feels like things are coming together. Like the styling in all the pre-parties is so on point. I'm thinking they have a sick team. Then I found out today that the staging director that they've got, Ace Bauman, I think they're called, did like the tours for Blackpink and Flow, like girl bands, like
Okay.
amazing girl band tours. I was on their Instagram and the shit looks insane. Like, I think the staging is going to be incredible. I was really nervous it was going to be like musical theatre-y. I don't think it's going to be like that at all. I think it's
I
going to
I
be
I thought
so
that it
cool.
would be musical theater. No, you think not?
And that would like, I get like, not cringed, but Lucy Jones, was it 2017? UK, I'll Never Give Up on You. She was a musical theatre singer and like she was really emotive with her hands and face, and it was really off-putting, and it like meant that she should have been fifth, like in top five, but she ended up like mid-table. And so it does make me nervous when they're musical theatre people that they're going to be really like over dramatic with their
Yeah.
gestures and stuff. I think these girls
I
are not
like
going to be.
musical theater, so I'm good with it.
Okay, fair, 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 fair. I
Yeah.
think to be palatable for the mass consumer, it needs to be a bit, not just basic, but a bit more commercial, cooler, and something a bit different. And I think, I think it's going to be good. I have no evidence, but I think it's going to be good.
Yeah. I
So
think
I'm
so
excited.
too. But even if it's musical theater, I think it's gonna be good. So
Yeah,
I
fair.
I
I've
never
not.
doubted it.
This is the UK song that I like most since 2014. So, and like that
Oh,
is good
we're
news. Like, I
talking for a
prefer it to
decade now.
Spaceman. I'm really digging this one. So I did, and it was not. The thing is, I did not. I wasn't obsessed with it on first listen. So that is that a problem? Because you know at Eurovision you need to be obsessed with it. You know on first listen
Yeah,
if you're
but
going to
you
pick up.
also have the visual. You don't have it yet.
True, that's
At
true.
Eurovision, you have the visual as well.
Yeah, yeah. So all hope is really, really, really not lost with the UK for me.
Yeah,
Fingers.
I agree with you. Not hope lost. I think the UK will do very good. Like it's gonna be the best placement in some rider.
Please.
Okay, Spain. What do you think?
España. I love her. I love her.
I knew you would love her.
People,
Yeah.
of course, I love her. I do. I will say, I am being slightly jarred a bit by not the Spanish fans, but so many people. Well, Spanish people think she's going to win. I don't see that
You think
happening.
so? They think she's gonna win, or they think like, oh, she's a winner for me. I love her.
Like the comments on like my like top X videos, I had Spain I think 11, and they were like Spain number one, number one, number one, and I'm like guys, like I think she's awesome, and I think she's like being iconic at the
Yeah.
pre-parties, and she's an amazing vocalist and a diva, and the song's awesome. The revamp I love. I don't think it's gonna be top five, like because I loved like Zora. What's it called? What's her
Sora.
name?
So yeah, Sora.
Nebulosa.
Sora. Yeah,
Zora.
Nebulosa.
I loved them last year. Blanca Paloma, everyone was screaming winner. Then look what happened. Like I don't know. What do you
Wait,
think?
because I have objection. Blanca Paloma was my winner. So I understand why they were doing that. You know, like
Yeah.
I was shocked when she didn't do well. Uh Thora, we kind of knew it that the world wouldn't be so excited, but and I think
Hmm.
Spain, like the Spanish people knew it as well. Like they were like, we don't care if we win, we love the song and what it means, you know?
Yeah.
So and I
And
have
then
the same.
Essa Diva though, where does that fall between those two? You see it
I
as
don't
winning
know, like
potential?
for me, it's not a winner, but for me, it's very high. Like I think it's for some reason it's underrated this year from us, from the bubble. You know, like
Oh, correct. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I agree
I
with
don't
that
know
too.
why people are not as excited and they're like, oh, I don't like the song. We have so many songs like with medieval outfits and stuff, and we don't mind that. That's and everyone's
Yeah,
like, oh, I love it. And
yeah,
for Esa Diva, they're like, oh, it's too common. We've heard it before. All of the other medieval Ruslana songs, we haven't heard them before.
fair. You're not
You
wrong. You're
know?
not wrong. I think she's like the maybe the slight risk is that she's like an iconic powerhouse solo female, and obviously
Hmm.
I love that, like I said. But then there's also like Justina Tchaikovsky, and
Yeah.
there's Mariana, like there's Erica Vickman. There's a lot of like
Erica, yeah.
iconic solo females this year that are all maybe going to be competing for votes from like the gays and the gals, and like, you know, like
Yeah.
there's a lot of, not, they're not similar, the songs aren't similar, but you know what I mean, like kind of similar vibes. But I dig Melody. I think she's hilarious, and like I love that. I don't know if you've seen, like, in all the interviews at pre-parties, all you hear in the back of all of them is her singing.
Oh, really?
She speaks like
Okay.
such good English. She just, like, in all her interviews, just sings her song a cappella, and it's just hilarious watching like Kai being interviewed, and in the back, all you can hear is Melody. I love her. I think
I
she's
have to watch more of these
yeah.
interviews and stuff. I haven't been into that. Okay, I'm gonna
Dude,
go
you need to
consider
catch
to
up.
that. Okay, then we have Italy. What do you think about Italy?
Italy is one of the ones where it's like refreshing for me. So it's not my taste by any
Mm.
stretch, but like super, super pleasant whenever it comes on. I'll never skip it. Like it gives me a really nice nostalgic feeling. It
Me too,
feels like,
nostalgia.
you
That's
know,
what I feel.
like major. There's some crack in the song. Like, I don't know if it's like the way he's singing it or the melody lines, but something just like makes me feel, yeah, like I'm longing for something. You know, it's strange. It's like not my favorite Italian entry. Like in the last few years, obviously I'm a big Brividi stan. My first ever tattoo. Um,
What does it say?
Brividi. Brividi, you remember the
Really?
song?
Oh my
Yeah, yeah.
God.
I
Okay.
was fucking obsessed with that song. So much so I was like, fuck it, I want to get my first tattoo. It's gonna say Brividi. I
Oh
mean,
my God. What
no
does it mean?
regrets.
What does it mean again? Brevity?
Goosebumps or shivers,
Goosebumps.
shivers.
Okay.
Yeah. But no, in my like automatic qualifiers, maybe Italy is my sixth place. Yeah.
Okay. Quite
It's my
high.
least
For
favorite,
me as well.
but
I haven't done my top 10 yet. My top 10 yet. I have to do it at some point. But I think, yeah, Italy would be very high.
no, okay, no, you misunderstood. My last place of the automatic qualifiers, sixth.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like out of the six that are going automatically, is my least favorite.
Uh, Even from Germany?
I love Germany.
I love the song, but have you seen the live?
Yeah,
Have you
big
seen the
problem.
other lives?
Huge problem.
Yeah, right?
Huge, huge problem. Yes, no, I said this in my top video because Germany is my number 4 overall. But I
Oh,
said
okay.
it's only because I'm obsessed with the song. I really
Me
can't
too.
stop
I
playing the song.
love the song. Like from the first moment that I heard it, I was like,
Yeah.
this is so cool.
Yeah, it's like so cool to hear a song like that in Eurovision, first of all, and coming from
Mm.
Germany as well. Like the drab that they've been sending these past years, like I am so here for it. I'm so concerned about that live performance
The
though,
live. Me too.
and they've pulled out of the last few pre-parties because she's on vocal rest. I'm praying for a miracle that
Me too.
that
But
voice.
you know what the thing is? Because I knew she was sick at the national final. So I was like,
Yeah,
it's all right, it's fine. She didn't have a good vocal day. The song is
yeah,
good. The song is not that vocally demanding, so she will
no,
do it. But then all
yeah,
of the pre-parties is sick again. So first of all, is it a coincidence? Is she very stressed? Because stress can produce problems
yeah,
to the vocals. But
yeah.
also, if she cannot handle it, how what she's gonna be sick at Eurovision again? You know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah.
not it's not that
It's not
easy.
for the
And
faint-hearted. It's a high-pressure environment, and if she's just, I think it's just like laryngitis or something, and if it's just a like long-standing illness that she's been struggling with for a few months, and she just needs to rest and she'll recover, and it will be a whole different performance, then I'm all here for it. But
I
I'm
hope so
highly
because the
nervous.
song is
Me
so
too.
good.
Me too. But I'm nervous. I'm nervous.
Yeah, me
It's
too.
my,
I'm
yeah.
nervous.
Germany and Denmark are my two most nerve-wracking
We'll
performances.
talk about Denmark later because
Later,
I
I
know
want
what
to
you feel
jump
about it.
in.
Uh,
um,
who else is there?
Switzerland, our host country.
Switzerland.
Love, 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 love. You don't love?
Uh, it's all right for me. It's very nice.
Okay.
I love it as a host entry because I
Yeah.
love the quality. I love the tango part that at some point it turns like a tango part, like I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, it's not like a winner. It's not a song that I will put in my playlist to, although it could be in my playlist at some moments in my life. Like, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's not competitive for me, you know? Like it's a
Really,
very cool song.
I honestly, I get the same feelings as like Salvador Sobral, like the real
You
connection.
really?
Yeah. I really do.
For
Like,
me,
I,
Salvador, that year, I just watched Eurovision. I didn't watch pre-selections and anything.
yeah,
And when I saw Salvador in the whole lineup, I was like, he's the winner, you know? But so you're getting this feeling from
like
her?
I don't think Switzerland can win on the bounce, but I
Yeah.
feel like if they weren't, obviously we'll see what staging is as well and how she sounds live. I don't know. I've not seen her perform at any pre-party, but
Yeah.
if I could see this song, if it wasn't them hosting, yeah, I really do think it's competitive. And if the staging was right and her voice was impeccable, I think it's so touching. I mean, but then with that said, you know, like fortunately Switzerland are hosting so they can send a ballad because with the with the like full public vote semi-finals, it is always like
Yeah. Maybe she
nerve-wracking to
wouldn't
sing
even
a ballad.
qualify. Yeah.
It's why like I can rely on France every year to come at me with an amazing French ballad. Like I love that they're doing that. Or France will be next, but yeah. So
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
like
Let's move
Switzerland,
on to France. Yeah.
France, my favorite automatic qualifier. My
Oh.
my third place overall right now.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Similar to Switzerland, and maybe like my love for them is kind of divided. And if only one of them was in it, maybe that would be my number one overall. And like because there's two gorgeous, melancholic, beautiful ballads, like my love
Okay.
for them is divided in half. But France takes it for me right now.
Are you always into melancholic ballads, or is it the period of your life?
I just got red.
No, no, I'm kidding.
Maybe that I know. I think that really, yeah, probably has something to do with it. Honestly,
Okay,
so
because in my head
you're,
I had you
you're
more like
touching me.
a girly poppy kind of person. No?
That too, yeah. But the ballads are hitting me this year. They are.
Okay.
They're connecting. And yeah, you're right. Yeah. Actually, with with that said, did you ever listen to Ollie, the original San Remo winner for
Ah, yes.
Italy, Bello da Nostalgia? Um,
The fact that
the
you
lyrics
remember
in
the
that one,
title of the song,
yeah, rough.
right? I'm so happy he didn't go.
No, no, rough for me in my current state.
Ah, you liked
Yeah,
it? Ah, it's that.
You need to translate the lyrics.
No, I
That
didn't.
that
Yeah, yeah.
that dude's
Okay.
heartbroken. So yeah,
Well, I can help you with that and tell you that he's probably, from what I hear, kind of homophobic. So he didn't sing it for you, for your situation.
no way. Is that true?
I don't know if it's true. People, if said there's someone from Italy, let us know. But I've heard that his views are not really open. But I'm not
Oh
sure. I'm not
God.
a hundred
Okay.
percent sure. There were
He's
rumors about
done.
that.
He's so done. Never mind. Forget the Ollie Love. Forget that. Scrap
No,
that. Cut the
no.
cameras.
So he wasn't singing for you. He actually
Nice.
wants you to be sad. He would be happy.
Thank you. My sadness. Nice.
So let's move to the semi-final. We're gonna
Yes.
go through one by one with the running order, and we're
Yeah.
gonna say what you think they qualify or not, and why. And then I'm
Yeah.
gonna say myself the same. Okay, semi-final one, and let's start with Iceland. Qualify or not qualify?
I'm kind of ruining the structure, but Iceland for me will either be the 10th place qualifier or
Okay.
the 11th, and San Marino will take the 10th place. I think it's between Iceland
Between them
and San
two.
Marino.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I get it.
Like
Although there's a hype about San Marino, but I kind of agree with you.
I
They're
saw
borderline.
your thing about like the nationalistic Italy, like, and I get that as well. I get it. Like
Because I live in the UK, so I know that UK people also don't. They're not like that. They're not saying like in songs
yeah.
England, England. Yeah, like
I
you
mean,
know
football hooligans are. We're not.
what?
People. you know, like football hooligans at like football matches.
That's a different
They're
thing
singing those.
when
Yeah,
you're like
exactly.
supporting your team,
Yeah.
that's a
In
different thing. But you
Eurovision
don't
though.
make songs about it, about
Mm,
your
yeah,
country.
totally, totally. But no, Iceland, I think they're like great, energetic young lads, like go off, live the dream. Like they're also been hilarious in the lead up. But I do think like the song itself, not super competitive, really fun. They're opening the show. Maybe that'll stick with people. But I do think, yeah, there's only room for either Iceland or San Marino. Certainly not the both of them. And I
Yeah,
think,
I
yeah, if
agree.
they do qualify, it'll be in 10th place. But I mean, so be it. Like, get them to the final. Frick it. I think I'd prefer Iceland
Which
over
one
San
you
Marino.
prefer? That would be who?
Iceland.
Me
Iceland
too.
over. Yeah.
I think the same, exactly. Okay, second, very early for the hype that she has, is Poland,
Very, very strange choices there. But
right?
I'm going to say definite qualifier.
Definitely.
Is it only two women like competing in the semi? It's like her and
Uh,
Albania. So like I feel like
oh,
that alone, the women,
you're so right. Okay,
you know,
I didn't notice that. You're very right. Yeah,
it's such a sausage fest.
that's so good for
Again,
them, though. You're
yeah.
right.
So like maybe because I mean she's outstanding. Like objectively, she's a queen. So she would get through anyway. If there was loads of women here, I still think she'd get through. But maybe they thought there's only a few women. The death spot's number two. She's going to qualify regardless. Let's just put her there. I don't
Definitely.
like it, but
I think
maybe
maybe that's why they put her there because everyone's saying that this is the death spot, but so they put a favorite there so they would qualify anyway.
possible. Like
Maybe.
weird for like production value, like going from Iceland to Poland, I think is like give me a second to breathe, and then going to
Yeah.
Slovenia. I don't know. It feels a bit strange, but yeah, I think definite
Well,
qualifier. Do you
it's
agree?
not the only strange decision EBU has taken these last few years, but yeah, that's fine
Preach.
in comparison with others. So number three, Slovenia. What do you think?
Mm-mm. I'm sorry to say. I know, and I don't hate this song as well. For a male vocalist,
Hmm.
I am drawn to his voice. I do. I like the melody and I like his voice. Um, but no, I don't think this is gonna make it.
I'm gonna tell you what. I think this can be a borderline qualifier. If
Really?
first of all, he can pull it Dons from last year in Latvia, you remember? I know you
Yeah,
were
yeah, yeah.
traveling. Yeah. So he like it could be a situation like this, and also, although it's not my type of song, especially with so literal lyrics,
Yeah.
it can touch people. And the lyrics are so basic that everyone will understand them. Like basic, I mean, it's nothing to try to find behind the words. Everything is given to you. So
Yeah, yeah,
everyone from
totally.
whichever country who knows basic English will understand it. And
Completely.
they might be moved by it because it's such a hard, situation that this singer is singing about.
Yeah, no, totally. I agree. And it's, if like the commentators prefaced the performance like with a very short snippet of the backstory, like I
Exactly.
know my mum would vote for this. So
Exactly. You
like
know what? All of the 50, 60-year-old people,
wine
women,
mums.
gay,
Yeah,
sentimental people,
yeah.
that they will
There is
listen
an
to this
audience for it.
story.
There is an
People who
audience for
have
it.
lost a partner from cancer, like
Yeah, it's true.
it's
It's
so
true.
relatable.
The one thing is that the I saw or someone said that like the it's been confirmed that one of the acts is going to be upside down. So everyone obviously assumes he's going to be
Yeah,
upside
yeah.
down. And I do think that was a bit jarring. Like it kind of took me out of the sentimentality and was like, what is
I
going on?
didn't mind
I
it.
think it's really I think it's a strange gimmick that makes
Yeah.
me lose touch a bit.
It's because his world is going upside down.
And I get it, but again with the literal, like why
Yeah, that's his thing. He's going
how deep
literal
is
with
that to be
everything.
really on the nose?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Everything is on the nose. So it's completely not my taste of songs and like everything is on the nose, but the message is so
Mhm.
strong. I put the music video out of curiosity when it came out, and I started crying. And it's just them dancing, and like I just moved in with my partner. I don't often want to think that I will ever be in this position. Like I
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
no, you know.
No, no, you're right. I think there's an audience for it. If it does somehow creep in, I can't see it being higher than 10th. But also, we make all these predictions. Who the frick knows what will happen on the night?
Yeah, you
Like,
never know. Yeah, but as Eurovision fans all these years, and especially the
Mm,
last few years that we have our channels and we're like
mm,
focusing a bit more,
true,
like,
true.
and also,
And
for the lols, like we
yeah,
say here, we have this conversation. That's why I don't do this video by myself, because I don't want to just talk to the camera and say my predictions. I want to talk
totally.
with someone, and then, the
Yeah, of
people in the comments will chip in with their opinions. So
course.
we're gonna,
Disagreeing, no doubt.
yeah,
And
exactly.
seeing who's next on the list, Estonia. If I had my way, I would have Slovenia qualify over Estonia. Like if I could choose, I would choose that. But
Why?
it's not my
Thank you.
favorites. But
I'm so
Estonia,
happy. We
this
agree
guy,
with that.
he's definitely going to qualify. Of course, he might. I think. Yeah, he might probably come second in the second in the semi. But I really
Have
can't
you
with this.
seen these theories about him mocking Trump
The
and
ESC Norway video was
yeah,
outrageously good. Yeah, I have seen it. And cool. And maybe he's saving something for like, the grand final performance where he's gonna become political and I don't know, get NQ'd or like get disqualified. I don't know, but all I can say is like from the hype to this like delivery and the staging, and then just I don't know, weird vibes. I'm not loving Tommy Cash. I think he's
yeah.
cool on Instagram. I'm not loving him with this song, but I know, yeah,
He's gonna
everyone,
qualify, yes. But yeah,
of course,
I'm completely with you. Next we have Ukraine.
of course, absolutely.
First of all, I don't think they've ever not qualified. But
Yeah,
second, what about the song?
the song is another one that is getting stupidly underrated this year. I think, like, yeah, people like, I don't know. I think this is up there with all their recent successes. Like, I think it's got. I can't put my like finger on what it is exactly because again, like I said before, this is like nowhere near my like swim lane of music that I like. But
Yeah.
something, it's again this nostalgic feeling of longing. It like is a breath of fresh air. It's very unique sounding, and
Mm.
like in any case, like the diaspora of Ukrainians across Europe, Ukraine will never. Oh, I might eat my words, but I really don't see a world in which Ukraine won't ever qualify.
There's no way Ukraine is
There's no way.
not gonna
But
do
in any
well.
case, the song deserves to qualify, like
Yeah,
without a doubt.
definitely.
So,
For me,
yeah,
like it's so weird because every year Ukraine is like at the top of the odds, just for being Ukraine, which makes sense.
yeah,
But this year they're not, and I'm like, with this song, they should be
yeah.
like first, second. What is
I
happening?
don't know if like we're like unknowingly, subconsciously like biased because well me I just love Ukraine every year and so but I think therefore I have much higher expectations for Ukraine and Finland than I do other countries. So if I didn't like a song, I would be clear on that. But it
Yeah,
is kind of jarring for me that so many people aren't loving this one and I don't know why.
me
I don't know.
neither.
And it's
I was
making me
so
again a little bit nervous that it will qualify, but is it gonna like not do well in the
it's gonna
grand
do
final?
well. It
Yeah,
cannot. Like this is for me
quality.
personally, with my personal taste, is one of the best songs Ukraine have sent so like the last few years.
Yeah, yeah. I,
Yeah,
I, I
like I just
agree.
love it.
I think it's great.
Okay, next we have Sweden. Are they gonna qualify?
We have our semi winner, of course. No doubt in my mind. I guess the question will be, will they like
Is this Glyn
get
me or
taxed by
you?
the juries? No, I think it's me. Hang on. Gosh, because I'm in Australia, my office, the teams are in London, so it's always like at this time that
Ah,
people start
different time. Yeah,
responding to my messages
yeah,
that I've
because
been
this
waiting
is
for
working
all day.
time for me. Like
Yeah.
it would be. Yeah,
Wait, so say that again. Sweden. Sweden. I
Yes.
think, yeah, definite, obviously, winner of the semi, no doubt. I'm just so intrigued to see how the juries respond and whether
Me
they agree
too.
on
That's what, because
winning.
I know the televote is going to be massive, but what about the juries?
Yeah, like, and the Swedish juries and whatever at Melfest like rewarded it. It came second. Cool. I don't know
Wait,
about the
the
European.
juries in the national final are very different than the juries in
Yeah,
Eurovision. The juries in the
yeah,
national final could be us. You know what I mean? Like for
yeah, yeah.
international jury, for example, they could take us. They are Eurofans who also do have a channel or maybe a podcast about it, you know.
Mm,
They
yeah,
could be some
totally.
musicians as well or some, you know, professionals, but it's also us. The people who are juries in Eurovision is a different story.
Yeah, no, 100%. And I think like in a normal case for like a fun and funny song, like the juries would just tank it. But this
Hmm.
isn't just that. I don't know. There's a lot more merit to this song than usual because I don't really normally vibe with these kinds of songs.
Yeah.
But this is so catchy and they perform and sing it so well. And like the stage show
Hmm.
at Melfest was already so Eurovision ready and like such a
As
great
always at
concept,
Melfest.
of course, that this can't be tanked by the juries. I just wonder how, like, if it comes third with the juries, for example, will that be enough to prevent them from winning? Because that's the conversation at this point,
If
isn't it?
it
It's about,
comes third with the juries, they
yeah,
could win because I believe they will really destroy with their
um,
televote. But if it comes lower than third, that's because what was Maneskin's position with the juries? It wasn't that high. It was even lower, and then they won. You know, so
if they can
it
really, yeah,
depends how. What's the difference between the countries? Like even if it's lower, is it like a big difference, a small difference? What's the thing? Yeah.
you think
Uh,
it's not a dead set for winning the whole thing?
I don't think it can win. I think the juries it's not gonna come third. I think it's gonna come much lower, and it's gonna have because we have other jury friendly songs, a few of them. You know, we have ballads, we have even from the dance songs, we have more jury friendly, like the Netherlands, in my opinion,
Yeah,
is more jury
yeah,
friendly.
totally.
So I think they're gonna they're not gonna win because of the juries.
Interesting. Like, I wouldn't be mad with this winning, but
No, me neither. I would be
I would
happy.
probably rather it didn't win. Like what I don't want is for this to like do necessarily badly in the final, and then Sweden go back to like the copy and paste Swedish like
Yeah, yeah,
generic
I
pop
agree.
from
I
every year.
agree.
So I'd like it to do well enough that they don't get like deterred from not winning.
Mm,
But I definitely would prefer other songs to win versus this
yeah.
for sure.
Would you prefer Portugal? Who's the next one to win?
Portugal, I have as like a question mark, but probably a not qualifier.
I'm
I think.
afraid so. I was
Yeah,
looking at them because I like the song, and I was looking at them preparing for our conversation, and I was like, oh, Portugal might not qualify.
yeah, yeah. I think like it's gives me similar vibes to Ukraine, but I prefer Ukraine so much more.
Me
Like
too.
the nostalgia, the boy band. I think Ukraine is a much bigger point of difference in its like unique sounding. So
That's the
I
thing with Ukraine. They're more unique, and they also have. I think it's also their styling and their
yeah,
presentation.
oh, it's
It's
so good.
much
It's so
better. And the song
good.
itself, it has more unique points, but also the visuals of the Ukraine is so more distinctive than Portugal's. And I'm sad because I love Portugal's song.
I wouldn't say I love Portugal's song, but I do like it. But I don't. Yeah, I don't think it's competitive enough this year. But and again, like Azerbaijan, there's like another boy band. Italy, like that gives me the same longing feeling, and they're automatically qualifying. I think it's not a standout,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
agreed.
I don't. Yeah, but also like I don't know. This is one that could sneak in, I think. If like
I would
very
like that. I would like that, but also coming the way they put it in the order, like they put Ukraine, then
Mhm.
Sweden, which is a totally different thing, but also a boy band, and then
Yeah,
Portugal. It's like they kind of destroyed Portugal. You know what I mean? With this play,
I
with
think so.
this running order.
They're not being set up for success by any stretch.
Yeah.
No way.
And what about Norway?
I've I've got it as a definite qualifier,
Okay,
but
me
I'm
too.
not obsessed with it. I'm not, and I think this one might be slightly overhyped. What I will say though is that he is like, I have been maybe prejudging this based on the fact that knowing that there's like tuning used in MPG. MPG, is that the right word?
MPG, yes. I think I'm thinking that.
Sounds wrong.
NPG, no. The national final of Norway.
That sounds like a fake word to me.
No, I think it's MPG.
Like,
MPG. Yeah.
nice. Okay. But then hearing him, I've seen some of his pre-parties and he sounds amazing there
Yeah.
too. And his dancing is so slick. He's so talented. Could
He
do
is
is it
very talented.
either him or Armenia Park from Armenia? One of them said that they would lose the metallic, you know, um, what are
Oh,
they
the
called?
armory?
The night armory. Yeah, yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
please. Yes,
One of them
please.
one of them has said that they're gonna get rid of it. So I don't know. I don't know which one. I feel like nah, I don't know which
You
one.
mean him or Armenia?
Yeah, I'm sure one of them said they're gonna change their
I
styling
hope I hope
because
it's
they don't
him
wanna
because
be the
I
same.
want him. Like, why is he even wearing this armory? I want him to be dressed, modern.
Yeah, I know it does like the middle late and like the break. There's like the kind of Nordic instrumentation, which kind of gives like Viking vibes. But even Vikings, like I don't know, is the armory supposed to be Viking? It's kind of not giving
I
me
don't
that.
know.
I don't know. Yeah, he's young and he can fucking move. Like, let's
And
put him in something
also,
that
we
shows that
don't need
off.
to we don't need to dress every time with the traditional dress of our country. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
the song is a dance song. Like, do we
yeah,
need the traditional situation? You
maybe
know?
not.
Also,
Maybe
I
not.
love the chorus. I really don't love the verses. Like, I don't remember the melody of the verses. The chorus is so catchy, but the
Hmm.
melody of the verses, I just forget it all the time, you
Weaker.
know?
Yeah. I think for like the solo males, well, like who would I compare? Like, I guess Norway versus Cyprus versus Belgium. I prefer Norway out of those three right now.
Listen, listen. I cannot compare them because with Belgium, they are very different songs, and with Cyprus, that they are more similar. I haven't seen Cyprus live, so I'm waiting. I'm waiting before I compare them. But I love Kyle Alessandro on
Yeah,
stage. I love him more than the song. So,
that's fair. Yeah, I can agree with that.
you know, that's the thing. While the other two that you said, I actually
Hmm.
like the songs more, Belgium
Okay.
and Cyprus, personally.
I
But
I think they're so similar. Like we'll get to them, but I do
okay,
think we cancel each other out as well. Honestly.
you think, and right next from Norway,
Oh,
we
amazing!
what?
No, I've just seen it's Belgium next. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's Belgium, which
Yeah,
is
I think Belgium and Cyprus, the songs give me very similar vibes.
how?
Like it's like EDM dance track with a really high pitched male vocal, which I've seen Belgium live, so I find it impressive. It was very impressive actually,
There,
and
he's
I love
very
the
impressive.
staging. And like, yeah, my thing with this is I think only one of Belgium and Cyprus,
You think? For me, they're
maybe.
not the same. I can't see the similarity. I cannot. I just can't.
Really,
Yeah.
really. Listen to them both one after the other and tell me
Okay.
you
Like I
concur.
can see the similarity between Cyprus and Norway,
Hmm.
but I cannot see the similarity between Cyprus, Norway with Belgium.
Okay,
For me, it's
fair.
so different.
For me, Belgium and Cyprus are like cancelling out each other with the sound. I don't love the red in
It's
Red
his
Sebastian.
name.
No, I mean it's always the red. Yeah, I don't.
But
I mean, it doesn't
sorry,
matter, obviously, but I'm not loving the red styling. I know it has to be because that's his thing.
it's his
But in any case,
brand. His Red Sebastian.
I way prefer Belgium to Cyprus for sure. I way prefer Belgium to Cyprus.
Okay.
I would much rather Belgium qualify. So I think it will be Belgium or Cyprus, and I want it to be Belgium.
Okay. Okay. If we have to choose one of them, I don't know. I cannot probably
I
Belgium. But again, I
really,
haven't
really
seen Cyprus live, so I cannot decide now.
correct, and I really, really like. I am waiting on tenterhooks to find out what they're doing that's never been done before that has made them be
I'm
the
pretty
last.
sure it's not true. I never believe it. I wanted to see it first. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
last year, Bambi Thug, they never said, I'm preparing something you've never seen before. They just did it. And
Exactly. Yeah.
the thing is, like, I was there for that rehearsal.
So
And
you must have been shook to your
we
absolute
were
core,
shouting.
witnessing history.
We went there as like serious press, and we were like, Bambi!
Of course. Well, naturally, like that. I think like um, the best staging that there's ever been at Eurovision. I think for me, and that is one thing because Sergio Hyen, who did Bambi Thug staging, is doing Cyprus's staging. Like it's
Yeah.
gonna be good, obviously. But I really don't like the song. The verse is really, really.
Really? I like
I
it.
hate the talking, the accent, and the talky vocals. Like I skipped this one. Like it's something really great on me. So I don't
Okay.
want to be a hater, and the staging probably will make me change my mind with everything because I was not a lover of Bambi Thug song until I watched the performance. So maybe that'll
Yeah.
be the same with this.
Really? No, I also like the Bambi song from the beginning,
Really,
from the national final. I was
oh
like, this
no,
is the one. I want this to go.
wow.
Um,
Can't
yeah.
relate.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So Belgium qualify. You said it depends one or the others,
I'm
right?
gonna go
You
with
said.
Belgium. I'm gonna go with Belgium. Yeah.
Okay. What
Why?
about Azerbaijan?
Mm-mm.
I'm
No.
afraid so. I don't think they're gonna qualify.
I don't think it's a bad song. I've still not seen it live or heard it live. He's got a very unique vocal, and if maybe that will pique my interest, but I I I, I don't see it for Azerbaijan this year, based on very little evidence. But in the pack, it's not a standout. I think it's cool. It would be on the radio in the UK. This song.
Right? It's a very
Yeah.
radio friendly song, but it's not.
Mhm.
I don't think. See, it's gonna. I don't think it's gonna qualify.
Yeah.
San Marino. We
Agreed.
talked a little bit about it. What do you think?
Yeah.
It's
10th or 11th place, Iceland, San Marino. I think. Maybe we've completely misunderstood and everyone's going to love this and love the
yeah.
fact that all
Italy
four
is
nine.
not voting here, right? No, Italy is not voting. So because Italy would vote for it, it's very big in
Wait,
Italy. This song
Italy is in this one.
is they are
Italy, Switzerland, and Spain are in semi one. So
okay.
maybe 12 points from Italy
They will
will be
get
enough,
12 points
and then a
from Italy.
few points elsewhere. Maybe they'll sneak in Iceland's place. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Because like to qualify in 10th place, you really don't need a whole lot of points. I feel like 40 points or something, maybe 30 to 40 points will be enough to sneak you through.
Yeah.
If they get a 12 from Italy, which they probably will. Yeah, yeah, very
Okay.
possible.
Yeah. So if they will, probably Iceland won't.
I
That's
think
what you
so.
think. Yeah. Okay. What about Albania?
Love, 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 love. Yeah, for sure qualifying. For sure.
Sean, I want them to win.
Yeah, I see that. I see that. They might Albania and Finland are my number one and two, and they kind of swap places.
Like
I'm obsessed.
the more we're going towards the actual Eurovision, Like as you
Yeah,
said, Finland as well. Like I don't know why Finland is not so high in the odds
yeah.
right now. Uh,
It does not
and
work with my
like,
fantasy.
can you imagine if Albania wins and we go next year to Albania? First of all, from what I saw in pictures, I've never been to Albania. It's very beautiful.
Yeah,
And
stunning.
second, it's gonna be cheaper than this year, so we can go there and enjoy our
Yeah,
time, you know.
yeah, yeah, totally. Yeah,
And
that would be
warm, warmer.
awesome. Yeah, exactly, absolutely. No, I think if nothing else, like at least their best result ever. I think were they fifth or fourth in 2012, something like that with that Shush song.
How do you
They have to
remember so
be
back?
top three.
Like 2012? How do you remember placements from
It was that
2012?
woman with she had the hair. She had the hair. She was like Kosovar, and she had this iconic hair. And it was like at the time I didn't like it. It was like Sha. I thought it was horrific screaming, and I hated it. And then as I've matured, I see the quality there.
We
I'm
were
like, well,
young in 2012.
yeah,
We were young.
exactly.
Yeah,
But young and dumb. No, I see Albania. I see Albania getting their best result ever. I'm excited for them.
me too.
Iconic.
I'm
She
very excited.
is what a woman. What a woman. I love it. I love it.
I agree. Very that. Netherlands.
I mean, yeah, we'll of course we'll definitely qualify. Hey, for sure.
I hope so. I will be so upset if they don't
This,
qualify.
oh, I was about to say Netherlands always qualifies, but actually thinking back to 2023,
No,
Netherlands was like
yeah.
my number one or two of the year, and they didn't make it. Dion, and what was her name?
And
Nikolai,
yeah,
Alex,
Nikolai.
something like that. I can't
And
remember.
yeah, yeah.
Burning Daylight.
I
Um,
liked that song, but yeah,
I
it
love that.
wasn't.
Yeah, this though it has much, I think, bigger mass appeal than that, and he can sing live, and he's got charisma, and he can
He
dance.
can
I think,
dance.
yeah,
Yeah,
he's got the
he's
full package.
very
I think he'll be
charismatic.
helped more in the final by the juries. Like this is very jury friendly, but he'll
Yes.
definitely make it through to the final.
My only
I,
fear is that you were saying before about Norway, Belgium, Cyprus. If we think about male vocalist, solo vocalist with kind of dance songs, put the Netherlands and put Croatia in it that comes after.
but
Are
of
they
all of
all?
these, I think the Netherlands stands out. I do, and I think they're playing. I know they don't have. Oh, they don't have France voting for them here because French would love the French in
Yeah,
it. But Switzerland songs in French, and maybe Switzerland will give Netherlands 12 points. I don't know,
maybe.
but no, and I think of them all, the Netherlands
Will stand out.
is like a standout package. Yeah, I don't know. Just in I don't know why I think that. Um,
Yeah, I
I
just
feel confident.
realized it now that we
Yeah,
have them all
I've
in
had
this
him. I've
semifinals.
had I've had Claude in like a different compartment in my head from all the other like
Yeah.
solo mates artists in this semi, but I don't know why. I just don't have any doubts with him.
Okay, that's good. That's good. I don't have doubts either. Like I just said it because I just realized it. Like, oh, all
Yeah,
the males are here, but I don't have
especially
doubts for the Netherlands.
especially after last year. Like I am
Yeah.
gunning for redemption for the
Yeah.
Netherlands.
Yeah, me
They'll get it.
too. Very that. What about Croatia?
Mm-mm.
Do you like the song?
I like Marco Bosniak.
So you
I
don't
do
like the
not
song.
love the song. No, no.
Why?
And I don't mind, but you said you loved Doomsday Blue from Day Dot. I
Exactly. Yeah,
found
yeah.
the mixed genre in that like too jarring, and I think the same thing here. I think the mixed genre here is a bit jarring for my ears. I
I
can't.
really like it.
But
Also, I think also the state's manager is gonna, the state's director is gonna be the same with Bambi.
Sergio Hyen,
I think so.
no, he's doing um, he's doing definitely doing Austria. Is he doing three?
let me. Oh,
I
I
don't know
didn't know about Austria. Wait.
if he's also
Uh,
doing.
Same.
Croatia, then maybe that will change everything too.
No, it's gonna be Luca Grid. Okay. Anyway,
For me, it's a defo NQ. I'm not happy about it because I really, really like Marco and like I've enjoyed all his interviews and hearing him talk. And I think he's having a really, really shit time with like the press in his country. And like so I really
I
will
think
him.
so too.
But I don't know that the song, and especially coming off the back of Baby Lasagna last year, like
I personally now Croatia is gonna hate me. The whole country is gonna come for me. I prefer Marcos song, the new Marcos song, this Marcos song.
no way.
I'm probably very gay, and that's why I don't know. Like it's like I like Drag Race, you know. I watch Drag
Yeah,
Race. I
yeah.
like the tracks from Drag Race, you know. I
Uh-huh.
listen to
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
maybe that's the reason why I really like. I really, really, really like the song. When I first reacted to the song, I
Mhm.
thought it's a potential winner, and then I posted my reaction, and everyone was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And I'm
But as well,
like,
like my only maybe I was also put off by like, he was also not super well and like the
"Yeah."
shouting at the end.
But I
Like,
heard him in pre-parties. He's doing it correctly now.
oh really? I've not
Yeah,
I've not seen the last part again done.
I've
Okay.
seen it.
Maybe I'll eat my words and it'll be way more enjoyable without that.
I'm
Yeah.
rooting for Marco. I know he will qualify.
Manifest it, baby.
Yeah, I
Do it.
manifest, and can I vote for it? UK? Where does UK vote? First or
Mm-mm.
second?
Semi too.
Oh no, I cannot vote for that.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Watching it.
I'm
And yeah,
gonna.
I've said my piece with Cyprus.
Yes.
I I
So
don't
you
dig,
think
but
Cyprus might not qualify?
well, I don't love the song, but Sergio Hyen and Never Done Before something, and it being put last in the running order, it's gonna be
Right?
something. It's gonna be something special. So
That
even though I don't
we
like
are
the
all
song,
suspicious of that. Like, why is Cyprus last? You know
like
what the fuck is
yeah,
that?
totally. But with Doomsday Blue, like no one expected it. With this, I better be blown away.
Yeah, yeah. Like with all
Love it.
these never been done before talks, you
Yeah.
better, I don't know, like
Put the money where the
disappear.
mouth is. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
seriously.
I agree. Okay, let's go to semifinal two then.
Let's do it.
You ready?
Ready, baby.
Let's start with the country that you live in right now at the moment, Australia.
Ah, yeah. Um, Milkshake Man.
Do you want a taste of this milkshake, man?
I don't know what, like, this is the thing. Like, it's the double standards for me. Like, Erica Vickman, don't bat an eyelid. Love. This guy, something feels weird. I found something like creepy with it all.
Really?
The
Creepy.
song and the ice cream van, and like I get like milkshake, but like kids are the ones that use ice cream vans. Why is he being an ice cream man? It is all like
But this ice cream van, though, it's not for kids. Like it's a club. Like you can see the disco and like,
yes, of
yeah,
course
you
I know I'm
know.
being like way
Don't take my mind there because it's gonna be creepy in my mind too. Okay, take the kids out of the picture. I don't
the
want them here.
song like the song is good. The song's good.
Mhm.
I think it will qualify as long as the staging isn't kind of creepy. I love his energy. He seems
Yeah,
really, really charismatic and like a really, really nice guy. And like he's getting a lot of love from the other artists. So like power to him. He's doing something right because the people that are around him in the bubble like are loving him. So like
yeah,
power. I just wish I on initial listen loved the package more so that I could be much more behind it. But I think this will qualify.
yeah. Me too. And I don't agree. Like me for me from the beginning, I was like, oh, I'm so into this. You know,
Yeah.
like if I was single, I would be like, hey, Pedro. No, yeah.
Yeah, like I want to be like that. I feel like I'm being like it's like internal homophobia in me that's like you can't enjoy this song that's about Milkshake Man. Like I should love this, but
Ah, okay,
something is
okay.
just like I'm just like a bit I'm a
So
bit
you think
hesitant.
it's you? the reason that you don't enjoy it that much is because of your trauma, your personal trauma of life,
I think we're onto something. I think
of
we're onto
growing
something.
up in this world.
Yeah, exactly. Catholic household.
Yeah, fair.
Big
That's fair.
yikes. So yeah, I think ultimately you think it'll qualify, yeah?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have him as a definite qualifier.
I can't say the same about Montenegro.
I
No.
don't. I just never remember the melody.
Me too. This is exactly the same. I feel the exact same. And then I hear it and I'm like, oh yeah, I remember. Oh yeah, yeah. It comes back to me, the chorus only.
Yeah.
But she's got a gorgeous velvet voice, but
So
I
in
don't
my
know.
last video last night, someone commented. My last video was just a reaction of all of them all together,
Mhm.
and someone commented, uh, what would you think? And I was like, okay, I'm gonna put it in my next video. Who would you think could be the toilet break for the people, and what can they do to improve, you know, for not to be the toilet break? So I'm gonna start with this, and I'm gonna say I think that if it's a song that sounds like Phil's toilet break, would be
Mm,
Montenegro because it's a ballad. It doesn't have a very catchy melody, so people would be like, okay, let me run. Good for them is that they are second, so maybe people don't need to pee.
don't
But
need to go to
if
the
they,
toilet.
yeah, they don't need
Yeah,
it at this moment. But
yeah.
yeah, I think that if there would be one song that could be toilet break, it could be Montenegro. What could they
I'm
do to
looking
improve
at
it?
the list. Montenegro
Fancy
and Georgia.
staging.
Georgia as well. But yeah, something like they need like Sergio high end staging, but I don't know what he could do with this song. And like it's not Montenegro's fault, but I don't imagine they have as big a budget to play with for staging and
That's true.
dancers and costumes. So like I want them in the final, like especially like a re-debut when you've been away from
Exactly. They
competition.
came back, you want
Yeah,
them to qualify.
yeah, but I just
I just
feel like
prefer the previous song that was selected.
say it again.
I prefer the previous song that was selected. You know that it was
I
another song?
Yeah, yeah, I prefer this one to that. I did not dig that
Oh,
one at all.
really? You prefer this
Yeah,
one?
yeah,
No,
yeah. At least
no.
with this one, I like her vocals. Nothing like the other one did nothing for me.
No, for me, the other one was much better. It was more
Really
interesting, more
interesting.
unique, yeah. Anyway, what about Ireland?
I have Ireland as a question mark. I think no.
How do you feel? Because at the beginning when I heard the song, I didn't understand what it is about, so I just heard the melody and I liked it and everything. How do you
Mm.
feel? You know what it is about.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
How
yeah.
do you feel about that?
I think it's sweet. I think it's sweet. I listened to an Eurovision podcast where they had the songwriter on,
Yeah.
Larissa, someone, and she was like talking about it. She like grew up in the Soviet Union, and like for her when she was a kid or when she was much younger, like Laika was like this character, like that was just a big part, like always was referred to in a big part of her childhood. And so when she was on this songwriting camp and she met Emmy, they like thought it would be Emmy had heard it too, like the story, and thought it would be like a really nice to commemorate like this dog that was cruelly sent up into space. Like let's try and make a happy, feel good song that she's like dancing in the sky forever amongst the stars. I think it's sweet. Like do you think it's just random, weird, jarring? You don't like it
I don't think it's random. I think it's weird and maybe inappropriate. You
because like
know,
the dog
you
was
you took
sent into
a
space.
living creature without their
Yeah.
consent, you send them to die. You've done it continuously. Like that's a problem in the world that they're using animals like that. And then you're
Mm.
like making a song like a party in the sky. That's not fun. It's not funny. Like you know what I mean? Like it's
I see what you're saying. I think if the intentions are pure, I can forgive it. I don't.
I
I'm
I
receiving it.
don't think that their intentions are bad. I don't think that
Yeah,
I really
yeah,
don't think that their intentions are bad. I just don't think that it's nice to make everything sweet and fun when it's not, you
it's
know?
just wrong.
Like
Yeah,
some things
I
are
give that
just
to you.
serious and it's creepy
Yeah.
for me.
I wonder if I wonder how it will land. Like, will I'm sure the commentators will preface this one by saying what it's about, and if
I
people
think
at
they
home
will
will think
say it,
it's
yeah.
funny, or if people at home will be like, "That's fucked up." I don't know.
Uh, yeah, for me, like from the moment I heard, it, I was like, oh, like as the dog. That's what we are
Yeah,
talking about. And I'm like, oh shit. Like,
yeah.
ooh. I'm not sure how appropriate it is, you know? Like for me, that's creepy. We
I've
are
never
talking,
thought about it that deeply.
I
I'm
don't
like
think
the
that they did
milkshake
it with
man.
bad intentions, but we're talking about murder here, you know? Like
Yeah,
it's murder.
man. Yeah, call a
So,
spade a spade.
yeah. Anyway,
I
okay.
see that.
So you don't think that they will qualify, right?
Like, song subject aside, like I like the studio version, but she feels a little bit meek in her delivery every
What is
time.
meek? What does that mean?
Like nervous, not
Mm,
100% there,
yeah.
hesitant with her dancing, like kind of petrified in the face.
Yeah.
And I'm like, even at pre-parties, I'm not. It's just the aura is like
it, it
maybe
it's like she's
is
not
scared.
performing. Yeah, like
Yeah,
she's not.
yeah.
Yeah,
And like for sure, like it's a very like easy to digest
mm.
song. It's fun and bouncy. Well, let's not say it's fun, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
But
yeah. No, like as a sound sonically. Yeah, I
yeah,
understand what you mean. Yeah,
yeah. But if every time I watch it, I just feel a bit nervous, and I don't like see how when she's going to be doing it on the biggest stage in the world, how she would be any less nervous. So I feel
yeah,
like while this could have like qualified, I just think it's not going to work this year in this semi. I think there's too many other dead sets.
yeah. I agree. What about Latvia?
My sweet Latvia. They're my top 10. They're my number
Okay.
9 right now. I love. But again, it has taken some time. At first, sorry, I'm getting staging
Yeah.
incredible. Like like the best staging of the year, I think maybe from the national finals.
Yes.
Amazing, like
Definitely.
breathtaking. Can't look away. Anyone that would think like want to go for a toilet break on this will be glued to their seat from the first second. And the harmonies are so stunning. Like I think it's awesome. I'm just slightly nervous that it's a bit too off skew, like a bit heavy on like the folky, the traditional, and
Mm.
like yeah, I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm also a bit scared. You know, with traditional folkish songs, again, don't never know how the audience will take it, and they
Yeah,
tend to like traditional and folky, but mostly when they're either very dramatic or very fun. And this is
yeah,
kind of in the middle, but it's stunning visually, as you said. Like I love
yeah,
it, but I'm like, what are the emotions apart from the stunningness and the vocals that are beautiful and everything? Like, do
yeah,
can people connect personally with it?
yeah,
Like, you know, like with a feeling, either happiness or feeling hurt, but something
yeah,
strong, you know.
yeah,
But
totally.
I think they
Whereas
will
this is like
qualify.
whimsical and magical and like transportive, but maybe not a strong feeling of I want to vote based on how that's left me. But
Yeah.
what I will say is I saw I was watching, I think it was an ESC Tom video, and he
Hmm.
said that there's rumors, unconfirmed but strong rumors, that they have got a Oscar winning director creating their LED visuals.
Oh,
So if that transpires to be true and they elevate the staging even more with like some like crazy gorgeous LEDs, then I really hope that that does enough to make people like be so impressed to pick up.
Okay. It was already very impressive. What else are they gonna do?
Exactly. I guess just bigger and better for the big stage. I really,
Okay.
really, really hope this qualifies. I'm not sure, but I hope so.
I'm
I'm
interested.
manifesting. This will qualify. This will qualify.
I think so too. I think so too.
That yeah.
What about Armenia?
I see a world where it qualifies, but it's a non-qualifier for me.
I
What do you think?
agree.
Yeah,
I like his devotion on stage, like he's there, he's performing. But
100%.
this song is not a song I could put in my playlist, you know?
Agree. I would have had it in my playlist in 2014. I would
Yes,
not
it's
have it in my
from
playlist
that
in
time,
2025. Yeah, completely agree. And I've not actually watched him do any pre-party performances, so maybe I should do that. But certainly the vocal delivery, the whole that national final, the sound production and mixing was terrible. So maybe he does sound a lot better. But that
Yeah,
also was a no for me. That the vocal at the national final.
yeah, agreed. Completely agree. I think it's gonna be very hard because
Yeah,
for me, semifinal two has more songs that will definitely qualify, so it makes it hard for the
there's like
others.
there's basically one open space probably
Yeah,
that everyone is fighting for, and I don't know that Armenia will win that fight.
I know. What about Austria?
I mean, epic, epic,
Are they gonna win
probably.
the whole thing?
I'd say probably. Yeah, I think it was my 14th. It's not. It's in my top 15, but it's not in my top 10. But I think in terms of like, well, and with Sergio Hyen doing the staging,
Yeah,
like the song's epic enough. I really can't wait to see what they do with the final section, and how they stage that. If they're going to be able to get him like levitating somehow or something like the music video. He sounds impeccable at all the pre-parties. It will all be a case of whether the opera is like too much or is well
yeah.
received.
My only concern, because when I heard it, I'm like, as my first reaction, I was like, okay, that's the one, right? I like it.
Mm,
It feels like a winner to me, when I listen to it.
yeah,
But I'm like, is it too similar to Nemo? And
there's a
I
case
mean,
for that as
there is
well.
no rule that says that one year's song cannot be similar, like the winning song cannot be similar to last year's. But it's like,
Yeah,
do we want that? Do we want a bit of diversity? Is the only reason why I'm not saying let this win. Otherwise, I would be
yeah,
like that. But the
yeah,
only
yeah.
reason is like, okay, Nemo won. I want something different.
I
Which
see.
is different. It's not fair to say, oh, it's like because it's not copying Nemo. Like Nemo had a very small opera part. This has a very much
Yeah,
more
a lot
distinctive
more
opera
heavy on the
part.
upbringing. Yeah,
Yeah,
totally. I totally see your point, and maybe that will work to the detriment to this performance this year if like the code is so fresh in the minds. But I don't know, like and Nemo will be performing at the in the final, won't they? So yeah, maybe for the more casual viewers that tune into the final, like they won't care and they'll be highly impressed and like
yeah.
straight to picking up the phone and voting. But I feel like and Austria, France, and Albania are like the three
You really think
best
about France that it's gonna go very far?
best position to take down Kai, I reckon. Yeah.
Really? You think that about France?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. I want to do this winner's talk later. That's fine. Um,
Sorry.
that's fine. I asked it. I asked if it's gonna win. What about Greece?
My sweet, sweet angel, definite qualifier. No doubt in my mind.
Okay.
No doubt.
Okay.
Yeah.
As a Greek, I'm happy to hear other people because for me, I think I'm always like stricter with my country's entries. And
Hmm.
I also because how much objective can I be? So I'm like, I want to listen to other people's opinions because I'm scared
Yeah.
also because of our staging because it hasn't been good. It hasn't been good. So I'm like,
Staging was not it at what's it? Ethnikos Dedikos, something like that. I can't
yes, which
remember.
literally translates as national final. That's what it
Oh,
means.
nice. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
You know.
uh,
The
so
staging, yeah, it was not it there, but I
yeah,
have
but I'm not
faith
talking only
in
about that
big
staging because it's not, I
elevation.
know it's not gonna be the same. I'm talking about in general Greece's staging. It
Yeah.
hasn't been good. So I'm just scared that if it's like the staging, then are people gonna be invested in a Greek traditional sounding song which is just a ballad, like can they resonate?
I think like she is like superhuman with her vocal prowess. Like I think the voice
She's an
enough can
amazing
carry
vocalist.
like huge talent. So like maybe again, I'm the wrong person to ask because I told you that female vocalists are my bread and
Yeah,
butter,
yeah.
and so
The
like
the thing
I
is
for
like
me, there's no world in which this wouldn't qualify.
the
There's
thing is
no
like
no
if there were juries, I wouldn't question it.
yeah
Like I would
yeah
be sure. Like I'm not scared for the final. I'm just scared for the semifinal because it's just people. On the other hand, we've seen many beautiful vocalists like Blanca Paloma
mm,
flopping with the juries, so you never know.
totally.
So we'll
And I'm
see.
looking female ballads like Montenegro. I don't think has a chance.
No.
Like uh, and then Georgia. If is that a ballad? That's not a competitor. France is performing but not being voted for. So I
Yeah.
think as and Israel. But
We
yeah, I
have
think
Israel,
that's
which will be voted.
yeah, of course. No, I'm steadfast. I think that Greece, without a doubt, is qualifying as she should, and then again she'll be elevated even further in the final by the juries. They're gonna love her.
I would hope so. I hope so because Claudia is such an amazing artist and she deserves it.
Yeah,
I would be happy for her. What about Lithuania?
qualifying definitely.
I think so too, and I hope
Yeah,
so. Like we need a bit of diversity. Like we need different songs, and they are so unique. I love them.
100%. And there is like so an audience for this that will be tuning in.
Exactly.
Like yeah, they're a big standout. Not my taste, but like I appreciate the diversity. I appreciate the sound. I liked the visuals. This is qualifying.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, it's not a song that I would put in my playlist, like in my everyday
Mhm.
life,
Yeah,
but I really appreciate what I see. The artistry, the vision, the aesthetics, the passion on stage. I
for
think
sure.
they should qualify. What about
Agree.
Malta?
Yeah, of course, of course. I feel like she'll be in the top three probably of the semi. I reckon. Yeah,
Like
she's gonna
Serving
be.
Can't, from the moment I
Mm.
heard it, when I was listening to the Maltese songs for the national final, I was like, this is the one. This is
I
the
didn't follow the
one.
national final at all. I didn't follow. I saw people talking about Heaven. I think it came second. Was that one
Heaven
good?
Sent, Heaven Sent.
Heaven
That
sent.
was that was a very ABBA-like Eurovision song in that like
Okay.
a very ABBA sense, which was
Uh
very
huh.
nice as well. Like I was like, if not Serving Can't, then Heaven Sent. Like this is the
Yeah.
one that I would like. But Serving Can't just speaks to me, which is also not called Can't anymore, but I just
No, of
call it
course.
like that.
The audience will do the work for her on that front.
Yes, they will.
Um, yeah, she's a diva again. Seems like her and Sasal seem like the like funnest of all the artists, and I'm loving all the content, and I love her confidence and her vocal. And yeah, I was hung up when I first heard it on the fact that it was serving cunt, and I was thinking the BBC will not allow this, and I like couldn't get that out of my head, and I was like, oh god. And so my whole initial reaction was like tainted by me thinking like this won't be allowed. Is this like what? And I
Yeah.
couldn't. I just overthought it. And anyway, now I'm over it. Like it's obviously it's great. It's
The
great.
thing is like, why? I understand because the whole song is in English, so it sounds like she's
Yeah.
saying an English word. So I
Yeah.
understand that. But I don't know. I
Who
just love
knows?
it.
Everyone, I can't listen to anyone that's like, it means singing in Maltese. Like, that's not what the point of that word
But
was.
that was
Like,
the point
before.
because, and that was the point of the performance as well. Like it was like very Sound of Music. So she's serving singing, but also she's serving cant. You know, like
She's
cant,
saying
not cat.
cunt with a hard C-U-N-T, as she should have. But I think this, like,
I
she's ended
think
up, she's become so like viral, and like this is the one that people have most like spoken about. So I do think like the change in lyric is gonna have worked in her favor. Like people know about this. People are loving her. Like it's the best result I think that could have happened for her, and the audience will fill in the gap. Like, so
definitely.
yeah,
I
I
just think that Do Re Mi Fa So So Serving Cant is the best lyric ever written in the universe, you know.
excellent.
It's
She's Shakespeare.
excellent. Yeah. Okay, I needed
Brilliant.
wee wee break.
Sure thing, doll. Hello, darling. Quick cup of tea.
Okay, let's go. Georgia.
No, darling.
Yeah. I
Mm.
actually at the beginning I liked her oomph, but
Uh
then
huh.
people also said some things about her and her political views that I wasn't aware about, and I was like,
She's giving yikes. Yeah, I think her voice, her tone, gorgeous velvet. She pull it off live, then go
yeah,
off. But I, she's sounds problematic. So I
right,
don't really
yeah.
pay how much mind. Or
But I
like some kind
also
of like industry plan, or like some like the Georgian government chose her because she aligns with whatever. It feels icky. I don't know.
yeah,
I don't like what I'm reading. So
yeah,
yeah,
me too. And also, apart from that, yeah, I don't think it's gonna be a standout anyway. So I
yeah.
don't think it's gonna qualify anyway.
Another case of like mixed genres for me that does not gel in my head when
Yeah.
I hear. Yeah,
Okay. And then we go to one that we will disagree because I know what you think. Denmark.
I will struggle to hear a bad word about it, but go on.
Yeah. No, no, you first.
Like, yeah, just the more I hear, the more I like, the more I watch, the more I like. I love her. I love her. I think she just,
Hello.
yeah, I think it's freaking, I know it's generic and like not new
It's
sounding
so
at all, but
generic.
yeah, I know. But sometimes a generic banger that's delivered well is good. I'd much prefer a generic banger sung by a powerhouse vocalist
She
than
is a
like a
powerhouse
really
vocalist.
different, poor vocal but different style song. Um, I'm just worried about her. I'm worried that the song's going to be maybe slightly too generic. The staging also wasn't great at the national final, but I
Mm,
think all costume changes I read. Bring it to me, baby.
okay. Okay.
Yeah, they're leveling up. Yeah, I really like it, and I've like I listened to her EP as well, and I love her music generally now. Like
I
I think
don't
she's
dislike it. It's just
yeah,
I've heard this song at Eurovision so
yeah.
many times. You know, like, do I need it again? That's my question. You do. You obviously do need it again. And I'm sure
Hmm.
that there are other people as well. So maybe she will qualify if she does something with the staging. And I would like it for her because it seems very nice as well. And
For Denmark, they've been on like a 5 year, I think, non-qualified streak.
oh, is it
I'd love
5 years?
her. I think it's 5 years now. I'd love her to be the one to bring them
Mm.
back in the final. And like Denmark was my number one last year, so I'm like redemption for Saba.
I mean, I loved Saba
Yeah.
personally the last year. This year, I I don't think Denmark is qualified this year. I'm
I put
sorry.
it
I'm
in
sorry,
just
sir.
as my manifesting. Latvia, Denmark, I need them in. So I'm gonna go with I'm predicting them in.
Okay,
I can't
okay.
accept them not.
Manifest it. But
100%.
I'm scared of who you're thinking is out if Denmark is in. What about Czechia?
In, maybe.
Okay,
This guy, my God, he's
right?
a yeah, no, he's when I said to you earlier, like how I'm being really drawn to some male vocalists. Adonis is like the standout, like the
And
depth.
he has everything. So he can sing, he can dance, he knows fashion, you
He can
know?
dress. Oh my God, yeah,
Yeah.
he's fucking gorgeous. Yeah, he. Oh my God, he's doing this thing
I
again.
really love a man who can dress.
Yeah, totally. He's been serving like outrageous. He's on point and like love the dance break in this. Like it's not
Me
cringy at all.
too.
Right? Really? You think? Yeah. It comes at just the right time. Like I know dance breaks are overdone, but it works so well
People
for
were
this.
mad about it at the beginning when I was seeing other reactions. They were like, "Oh no, it doesn't fit. It doesn't." This. I'm like, "Girl,
Bullshit.
no. Let him
Bullshit.
dance. Let the man
Yeah.
dance."
Yeah. Hard agree. Hard agree. Yeah. This is going through.
Yeah, nice. Yes, I
And if
agree.
it doesn't, Europe is homophobic as fuck, I fear.
Well, the whole world kinda is.
Well, yeah, fact.
So yeah, we'll see.
Luxembourg, Luxembourg. They are my like 11th position.
Okay. In general,
No,
for the semi.
in the
Okay.
semi. Yeah. And actually, this is another one with the UK that in the last week or so has started growing on me more again. And I don't really know why. I think it's the pre-chorus. It really, really gives me like early Lady Gaga in the pre-chorus.
Which part?
That melody line sounds to me
It gives
like
you Lady
Gaga
Gaga?
first album. You what?
This gives you Lady Gaga?
That melody line really, really, really makes me think of Gaga's first album, The Fame. And so
Okay.
I've just been having that, and that like hook has been playing in my head the last week, and I'm like, oh, I'm liking this song more and more. But in the pack of songs,
Yeah.
what do you think? Do you think it stands out? Will it qualify?
I don't know. I really like the song though, but I don't think it's a competitive song,
Yeah,
like competitive to win. But I like it's so old Eurovision that it like brings me nostalgia of those times that I haven't
uh,
even lived those times. I've seen them in recaps, you know, like
yeah,
it's
yeah,
not
yeah,
even our time, our
yeah,
young
yeah,
time.
yeah,
It's even
for sure.
before that. And
Yeah,
I'm kind of like, oh, that's so cute, you know, like
yeah,
I like it. And maybe
yeah,
some, like again, moms or things like that, they will vote for this young girl who sings like she's from a different era, you know, like
totally. Yeah, I see that. And like the staging was decent enough. Like
it
it
was cute.
could be slicker, but it was cute. It was it was a package. And like for Luxembourg, like their second year back, like I'm highly impressed with like the quality they've sent this year.
As long as they don't put a leopard or a tiger or something like coming in
No,
3D out of nowhere, you know,
absolutely
like
not. Not this year, please God, no.
no.
No, I think yeah, I think it will either just sneak in or just miss out this
Yeah,
one.
I agree with you. I completely agree. Then we have Israel, who is a qualifier for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Do you want to say something? What's your opinion?
Mm,
No.
no, I've not heard the song. I've heard a snippet. I've not heard the song all the way through. Um,
Okay, okay. I've heard it. It's not like it's a ballad, but it's not a standout ballad in comparison with other ballads that we have.
I'll wait to see it in the national final. Is there a live performance out or just the music video?
No music video. I haven't seen
Okay,
it live yet.
I'll wait and see
Then
how
we have Serbia.
Serbia.
What do you think? Mila.
Um, yeah, I'm nervous that this one is gonna somehow qualify. That's what I think. I don't live. I don't again kind of like Georgia. I don't love the like rumblings about him. Uh
Oh, what? I haven't
Mhm.
heard.
Questionable TikToks about Asian people, I think, is like the highlight
Oh
of the headline.
no.
Yeah, or yeah, maybe some racist stuff. So maybe I think it's true. I don't want to
Oh
spread bullshit. I think
no.
I saw a
Don't
couple
do
of
this to
screenshots.
me about everyone. Like it's so, you know what? When I started this channel, I didn't sign up that to the fact that I have to do political
I
checks
know.
and
Betting. Yeah.
behind every contestant, like Jesus freaking Christ. Like,
Yeah. And like I think there was like some egginess about like him maybe being pushed by the like another like government plant or something somehow because there were
mm,
I don't know the landscape. I don't want to pretend like I do know. I don't particularly like the song anyway, but I can
okay.
see its appeal to like some people. Like I think it
Listen,
again
for me,
harks
it's
back.
like a very classic Serbian ballad. You
Yeah,
know, like it
Balkan
sounds
ballad.
like when Serbia used to send ballads before their alternative
Totally.
era. Now that we are back to that ballad era, and it's very familiar at Eurovision to listen to a ballad like that. I
Yeah,
think his voice is very good, and I like the fact that it's a very muscular male who is vulnerable.
yeah, I
You
see
know,
that,
I
and I think
like
like
the
mums are gonna love this. He's like
yeah, very bad.
gorgeous and a hunk that's like pouring his heart out with a
Yeah,
beautiful
exactly.
touching vocal. Like this is why I think that this could
Yeah.
qualify.
But again, it's not a song that I would put in my playlist. Like it's not something that I'm listening to in my real life. So I think again it's borderline qualifier. Like he could qualify, but he also cannot qualify. I'm not sure where he stands, you know?
Yeah, yeah, agree.
And then
My
Finland.
queen. Winner, surely the winner of this semi. Yeah, I
Also,
think
I've heard that they don't let her. They told her to change her staging because it
like
was too
the microphone
sexy.
bit with the
I don't know if it's the last micro. I hope not the last microphone, but the sexy parts, the two, and her outfit. They told her to change her outfit. Girl, did you see slow mo? Like Chanel's ass was out. There was no problem back then.
yeah, and Zora last year with them like
Yeah,
some
like
new artists out.
last year ABU they couldn't say too much about the acts because they had already done too much. You know,
Sure,
this year they decided that for some reason they are excused to start telling people what to do.
policing.
Yeah.
Um, I feel like she, regardless of what she's at even doing, like with her body on stage and what she's wearing, the girl oozes sex appeal. Like just in her delivery of her vocal,
Put her in a
like
blanket and she will be sexy,
exactly.
you
I'm
know?
not worried. Like I know it's gonna hit and like it's gonna be received,
Yeah.
and like I
And many
hope she
people
gets
might
flowers.
come.
Mm. I wasn't gonna say that, but I mean, you're not
Come to
wrong.
the place where they will decide to vote for Finland,
Exactly.
you know?
Exactly. Uh-huh.
Uh,
Uh-huh.
This just amazing. Her vocals,
Yeah.
her confidence. Like they said after I reacted to the national performance, national
Hmm.
final performance, people in the comments said that she couldn't listen from the what's the name of the thing in
In
the
ears. Yeah,
ear
she was
in
having in
ear,
ear problems,
and she went backstage crying like she was like, "Did I hit
thinking
the
she
notes,
missed
girl?
some
You hit
notes. Yeah.
all of the notes." Like
She's
she,
she's a powerhouse. Like
I could
what?
never tell that she was worried. You
No,
know,
not at all. And that's what gives me so much confidence. Like if she was like struggling in that national final performance, then God knows how good it, like how much better it could be on the Eurovision stage. I mean, I'm really excited. This one like is definitely like losing hype, I think, in the bubble, and in the
why? Can
odds,
you
but
explain to me
not for
why?
me.
What's happening?
I don't know. Like maybe like Albania and Finland, they both like were kind of some of the early national finals.
Hmm.
Like December and Jan, so we've been with these songs for a long time, and so maybe just the initial impact, the shock factor for Finland, has like worn off. But like
Maybe.
for the vast majority of viewers, it's going to be their first time seeing her. So like I don't see how hype can't spike back up when she takes to the stage.
Yeah, exactly. She's so impressive, this woman.
Yeah.
I like it's one of the songs that and melody wise and everything, like it's just stuck in my head. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing the dishes and in my head it's like ikome, ikome, dun, 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 dun. Like
It's
the,
an earworm for sure, and like closing the show, like
yeah,
it's gonna be
it's a
the best show for sure.
great closer. Great
Yeah,
closer.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, winner predictions. We've already talked a bit about that. Let's make it clear. Who are the
Prediction
contenders for the win?
for me, I think prediction is Austria or France.
You think so? I
Mm.
love the French song, but I really like it. But do you think it's a winner? Like
I get
potentially?
winner vibes. I do get winner vibes from it. Yeah, I
Oh
do.
wow.
But then, I'm a sucker for a female ballad, so I
Yeah,
might be
I think
biased. I feel like I do. I feel like there's something in it. I feel like there is. I don't know. Do you don't at all?
no. I really
Wow.
like it, but I like really don't see it winning. But
Okay.
I hear you. I hear you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I know.
So
I think
Austria, France.
France has been on a trajectory. Like Barbara Pravi just didn't get it. Slimane missed out. I feel like
But I
maybe
don't
it
think
could.
it's in that level. I don't think it's an
I
Barbara
do
Pravi and Sliman level.
really okay. I
As a
think. I
song,
think.
sonically, I'm not talking about her, Luan.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
talking
Yeah.
about the song. Sonically, I don't think it's an Mon Amour level and it's not in a
Really.
Voila level.
Damn. Okay. Who do
But
you think's gonna
maybe
win?
it will be elevated because the French can really stage a ballad like
Broadly,
this. So maybe they will do something and I will see it in a different light when I see the staging, you know?
for sure. Yeah. Who are your predictions?
So you think it's between Austria and France? Or
I
do you have
want Albania or Finland, but I think it's probably going to be Austria or France, if not
okay,
Sweden. Yeah.
okay. I think it's between it could be Finland. I mean, first of all, I want to say that it's not clear in my head this year, and I don't
Yeah.
know if it's because I am not 100% into it, the situation this year, as I was the previous years, or if it's because that's how it is. You know, we don't know, and then we're gonna have a surprise. But that being said, I think that Finland, for me, it has never lost its potential to win. Like they are up there. I would
Mm-hmm.
love Albania. Like I would love it. It would make me so happy for Albania
Yeah.
to win with this song. Uh, and I can see, I don't know, it's so weird because I can see Austria, as I said before. Like when I heard this song, I was like, it's winner. It's giving me winner vibes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I would be between these three.
Yeah.
Albania because I really want to, and I
Yeah.
would be also happy with Austria and Finland. And I think these two have more winner vibes, Austria and Finland.
I would be
Oh,
thrilled with Albania or Finland. Let me put it that
yeah,
way.
me too. I would be happy with Austria too. Like he deserves it. And also, I want to do an honorable mention for
Uh-huh.
potentially, not for the song because it's not my kind of song. It feels a bit
Mhm.
old Eurovision. But for the performance, I don't count out Poland because she's
Misfits.
impressive and
She
because
is.
for
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Don't know. Do you know what? We would all be very silly to count her out. And also coming back to Eurovision after 30 years is just so wild. And coming back with that performance,
yeah.
she deserves. She really, really, really deserves a good result.
For
I
me,
don't know that a win though. I'm scared with Poland's staging. I hope they don't add any special effects. on top of her
Yeah,
show.
because they usually do a lot. That's what you mean.
Yeah, they do the
Yeah.
most, don't
But
they?
I
So
think that with this song and with her, it's fine if they do a lot because it's a lot. Everything it's a
more is
lot. So
more
it,
is more. Yeah,
so you
yeah,
know, like if you're going for a lot, do a lot. You know,
yeah,
like
yeah.
for example,
Kitchen sink.
Luna was last year, right?
Yeah,
Luna,
yeah.
yeah. With Luna, you didn't need a lot. You needed more
Minimalistic.
minimal. Yeah. With Justina, go for it. Like
Yeah,
she's gonna do the most anyway, so go for it. Go all the way, all in with her. That's
agree.
what I would do, I think. So yeah, okay, Sean, thank you so much for being here.
So much. That was an awesome little yap. Um,
Yes,
Thanks
we
for inviting
haven't,
me on. It's so good to catch up.
of course, after 2 years. two
I
years,
know.
you were here 2 years ago, and I
I
would have
know.
invited you last year, but you were having the time of your life, and I was jealous that you were touring the world, and I was in London, cold because last year was very cold. This year is better,
Freezing.
and we'll keep in touch. And
Of
you,
course.
everyone, thank you for
Thank you all. Ciao, ciao.
tell us how much you disagree, and bye.